by Shean Amerson, her mother's boyfriend. Victor Williams spoke to people in the Pontiac neighborhood near Walton Boulevard and Lapeer Road.
Well, reports say that this child was beaten to death just days before the holiday that most children her age look forward to. And unfortunately, it appears it was a familiar face that's accused of doing the unthinkable to this little girl.
Protect our kids, man. Protect them. They don't deserve this. They don't.
23-year-old Shean Amerson is being charged with felony murder and first-degree child abuse in connection to the death of his girlfriend's 3-year-old daughter, Isaiah Matthews.
I'm devastated. I'm a father. I got 2 kids of my own.
We're told back on December 18th, Oakland County deputies responded to calls of an unconscious and unresponsive child at a set of townhomes on Granville Court in Pontiac.
It was like 4 of them in here. We don't know what was going on. I just thought we was doing a routine check, but kind of found out it was a murder.
After being rushed to the hospital, doctors found that little Isaiah had several broken ribs, 2 black eyes, and multiple cigarette burns on her legs and chest. The 3-year-old also had severe head trauma and a collapsed lung. She would die 2 days later on December 20th after being transferred to Children's Hospital. 23-year-old Amerson, and a parent Barber, says he was giving a client a haircut in the kitchen when the little girl was found not breathing. Isaiah's mother was at work when she was found. Amerson was arrested shortly afterwards and charged on Christmas Day.
I'm speechless, man. Whatever happened to him, I trust the justice system, but that's crazy to have someone crazy like that live in the community I live in.
And if convicted, Amerson faces life behind bars without the chance of parole. He's due back in court on January 4th. In Pontiac, Victor Williams.
Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to discuss the tragic event that happened in Michigan. The events leading up to this tragedy started happening December 17th. December 17th, that's when they found it was a 3-year-old girl, as we heard in the news report, unresponsive, and then she had multiple fractures and black eyes, ribs. It was a lot. And then eventually on the 20th of December, she succumbed to her injuries. And subsequently on December 25th, this guy, Shean Amerson, pictured here with the mother. I didn't want to show the mother's face because she has, I don't think she has been charged yet, but he's been charged with this crime. And it saddens me. I mean, and then this keeps on happening over and over again. I mean, this happens so much that, people are immune, desensitized to this. But I wanted to cover this because of certain posts that the mother has been posting, and something that really stood out, different things that stood out, but lessons that we can learn from this tragedy. And I hope this guy gets he get punished to the full extent of the law. There's no reason for you to do this to a child. The child is defenseless. Even there's some stuff that the mother was posting, like there's a child that you have come to test you. I don't even want to put that there, just because it seems like you might go back there and say, oh, maybe that's why he did that. Nope, there's no reason. And then what's so sad is she has another daughter, because they have a daughter together. So she lost one, and then she has another one. In situations like these, there's things that happen to your child that you let happen to your child. You shouldn't have any kids. You shouldn't have any kids at all. So here, let's go through the different things that I saw on her page. Here she says that, we don't even care about the death. We just care about the story. And that's why people. Ma'am, we do care about what happened to this young girl. That's why people are outraged, and they're outraged. They are mad about. They're angry because of you, and of course because of this young man. Because you brought this man into your daughter's life. You brought this man into your daughter's life, and then you brought this man into your daughter's life when she was just. I don't think she probably was maybe turning one. Had just turned one, because it says that you guys were 2 years in counting, and the girl's 3 years old. I never understand why women who, some people are pregnant, they're dating. If you have younger kids that can't even talk and you're dating, people always make life decisions that may affect them. You may not see it now, but in the future, on an exception to the rule. An exception to the rule is not the rule. It's the majority. That's the rule. What does that mean? That means just because you heard your homegirl have an auntie who had a sister, who had a friend, who maybe had a newborn, and then she dated this guy, and then they got married and everything turned okay. He was a good stepfather and stuff like that. That's them. That's an exception to the rule. That is not the rule. Most of the time, each time a woman, sometimes you don't even have younger kids. You just have children. But especially when they have younger kids, when they date these certain guys and they don't vet them properly, it never ends well. It never ends. There's some tragedy somewhere. Somebody gets hurt. Somebody gets put in the body bag. Somebody goes in prison. This never works out. But because we are so desperate, we cannot be alone. How you just you have a 1-year-old, and then you already rush into another relationship. You don't even put. Did you even step? Because I can say you can. Did you even step back and see? Hey, this relationship didn't work out. Let me see, what did I go wrong? How did I go wrong in that relationship so I don't end up making the same mistake in this relationship? Because this is horrible. Because now this relationship ended your child's life. She will never be back again. Ever. You could have other kids again, but you will never have this little girl again. And here's another long dissertation that she wrote. I'm not going to read all of this. But basically, she said that she's been with him for like 2 years. She never suspected a thing. She didn't even know what a cigarette burn was. Okay, but this guy smokes like I don't know what. And then she said she'll put her child in. Well, that's her opinion. But when stuff happens like this, people don't see you putting your child first. People can't see that. Even if you were putting your child first, you always put your child first. But when tragedy like these happen, and this is somebody that's not even a child's father, and sometimes things like this happen, and it's the child's father, it's the child's mother that does it. So people will never see that you could say that until you blue. Nobody is gonna believe you because it does not seem that way. So you say you never suspected it. You know why you never suspected a thing? This is why. Let's go through some pictures. This is one of the reasons why I think you didn't suspect a thing. He always posts a little girl. Here and there, he would always be posting her. And this is the daughter. This is not the daughter that he actually has with her. This is the daughter that's no longer with us anymore. So this is what he's saying. The real reason I work. That's one picture. Then we have this other one. Was there for your first steps. Now I'm here every step of the way. So obviously they started dating when this girl wasn't even walking. I said that's what I was saying earlier. And another one. We're going on a date. I even did her hair. So if you're looking at this, look how he's posting. That's not even his daughter. He's posting her. Oh my goodness. Of course you're not going to suspect anything. you're not going to suspect anything, because that's what you're looking at this only. That's all you're looking at. And then here's another thing that makes people think that they're on top of the world, when the person posts them. So he's posting a child that's not even his child, that didn't come from his body, and then he's posting you, letting people know, you guys are together, because now it's a thing like, oh, if he posts you, that means everything. Yeah, it means something, but it doesn't mean everything. It means something, but it doesn't mean everything. So when you're seeing this, if you're just looking superficially at these, him posting your child, him posting you, you're never going to suspect anything. But you know why I can't believe that? This is the last thing. Because it's something called a woman's intuition, and especially when you're a mother, even if you're another mother, a woman, God gives us intuition. This was back in October, on October 21st. She said, my biggest fear is my child being mistreated when I'm not around. Because when I find out, somebody's gonna, you know what. Okay, so this was, she reposted a person's status, and then this person posted it on October 14th, and she reposted it on the 21st. So she's saying that that's her biggest fear. So she felt that. So some things God give us, you may call it intuition, call it instinct, call it, I don't know, whatever you may call it. God give us as women an intuition. Some stuff you may not know exactly, but he gives you that feeling. Sometimes you may say, oh, I had a feeling. Something tell me, not to do this, not to go there. Something tell me something about was going to happen. But what do? We talk ourselves out of our intuition, out of our instinct. We brush it off. October 21st. You had this feeling. That's why you reposted it, because you felt that. I don't know whether you brush it off, whether you talk yourself out of it, but stuff like this happens. So you gotta, let me keep an eye out. Yes, I know you post my daughter, you did this, you seem like you love her, but I got this feeling, and I can't dismiss it, because people who have dismissed it, they have paid the price. But I don't know what you did, but obviously you didn't put that at the forefront. Now we are here, December 28th, and she's no longer with us, and you're gonna have to live with that for the rest of your life. They may not charge you with anything. They may not charge you, may let you go, but that will stay with you for the rest of your life. And in one day, you're gonna be judged in a higher court, higher than this earthly court. And you're gonna have to you have to tell an account to God of this young girl's life that was snatched. We don't know what she would have become. And then each of us has a special task that God gave us, only us can accomplish. So what she was supposed to accomplish, she won't be able to do that, because you chose this guy. Yes, he has free will. He knows right from wrong. He knew he wasn't supposed to do that. But at the end of the day, you brought him into your daughter's life. He was not vetted properly enough. And we are here now. So that's all I have to say on this situation. All I like to say is, sometimes you want to say rest in peace, sleep in peace, but is the person really sleeping in peace? There's a way that the person left this earth that it was just only God knows. That's all I can say. Sometimes rest in peace is like the way the person left this earth that was not a restful, that was not a peaceful way at all. They left. So we'll see how this turns out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.